Okay, sir, if you are going to have more than one woman, you need, that's even in the Bible, if you read that kind of thing, you can't take from wife number one and give to wife number two. You need to have whatever's in abundance to give to them both.
Absolutely.
So.
Oh, we know firearm safety and self-defense and security, but there's another side of you that a lot of people might not know about, and I think that side goes by chocolate. What is it?
Chocolate pawpaw.
Chocolate pawpaw.
Yeah.
Tell us about him.
He's a thing. So here's what I did. Of course, I encourage everybody to get some therapy. Go to therapy. All right, and you'll learn that you have different sides of you that you will have to cater to. You know, you have an inner child. You got the villain over here. Then you got the voice of reason over here. Then you got the turn up back here. Then you got the L7 on this side. So catering to all those parts of your personality and who you are is going to actually be healthy for you. So that's just something, you wonder how that came about. We can talk about that if you ask. But yeah, it's kind of like an alter ego.
I would love to know how it came about, because chocolate pawpaw is a hell of a name.
Chocolate pawpaw. Yeah. So true story.
Puts things on people's minds. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. My wife and I's ex-girlfriend gave me that name in post-breakup. I kept it, right? So if you ever see my wife and I on a podcast, shout out to Tactical Social Worker, by the way. If you ever see us on a podcast and the term chocolate pawpaw comes up, you're going to see her side eye because ex-girlfriend gave it.
Couple Goals, the podcast coming soon.
Yes, Couple Goals podcast coming soon. We're going to be on there. We're going to get it popped. Nothing's off limits.
Ooh, yeah. First episode, chocolate pawpaw.
You just got to tell me, how do y'all jointly break up with somebody? Do y'all like call a team meeting? Like,
wow,
hey, check this out.
That's intense. That can be intense because, you know, fellas, you know, the queens be on some other, they do stuff differently than we do. It can be as simple as, hey, it's not working out. We think we just need to part ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? No hard feelings. It's up. Or I'm finna kill this bitch. She say one more thing, you know. But like I said, of course, it didn't get that far for us. I try to de-escalate. We try to de-escalate as much as possible. But breakups are just like any other breakups. Do they hurt just as bad? Yeah, they do. Especially if you got emotions involved, to the point where you would have a union to break up.
So is it like different for both people why it hurts?
Of course. So let's just give it a triad, right? Typical triad, what people expect. People expect when you say triad, a man and 2 women, or a married couple and a girlfriend, right? The connections between the 3 individuals are going to be 3 connections, but they're all going to be different. Just like if you had children, right? If you got children, you got more than one child, the connection with the oldest might be different from the youngest, but there's still a connection there, there's still love there, right? So in the event that you're in this situation like triad, it can go to whatever number you want. But in a triad, breakups hurt all parties involved. So it's not like one more than the other. They hurt differently.
Just going off the whole idea of how the breakup, does the introduction work the same way? Like is it, hey, I like her, or hey, do you like her also? Or hey, we collectively see her and we like her?
All right, it's 2 things. One thing that I've learned is if you as a couple are dating together, this is where it gets intricate. And a lot of times people don't know. Ignorance is bliss. There's no excuse at the same time. So if a woman sees you and your husband and she likes you both, it's smart, ladies, it's smart for you to approach the woman first. Don't approach him first. Because what happens is there are a lot of women out there who will play gay to have access to a good man.
Amen. Okay.
You gotta be careful with that.
Amen.
Gotta be careful.
Wait a minute. So they using y'all.
So well, you understand.
They using the woman to get to the man?
Good men.
It work like that.
Good men are hard to find right now.
Amen.
Let's be fair. We understand that good men are hard to find. Those men in today's society, the men who've learned that they're good, they often have a chip on their shoulder. So now their standards are not what they used to be traditionally. And a lot of people aren't meeting that mark. Going back, let's be fair, not a lot of men fit in that category either. So when you ask yourself, what type of man would I have to have? How good of a man would he have to be in order for me to share it? But then there's a flip side to that too, because a lot of people don't want to share their good man. You see what I'm saying? So,
sharing is caring.
With that being said, ladies, you want to make sure that if you're entering into a triad, that you're actually bi-romantic and not just bisexual, because you will have to know how to be romantically inclined romantically inclined. Did I just make that shit up? You will have to know how to romance.
Romantically inclined. Google it.
Shit, like we got it. So you will have to know how to date a woman because that's going to be a part of it. It's more to a relationship than just sex. If all you got is sex, okay, that's what I see when you know. All right. You see what I'm saying? Now, so far as couple dating an individual, that can get intricate because it's all about who needs to approach that individual, and that's hard to tell. So if you're out, let's just say y'all out, you see somebody you like, and they're giving you the vibe that it might possibly happen. Y'all walk up and say, hey, we think you hot, like we think you cute, we think whatever. What's your name? Yada, yada, yada. I like to get all the information out front. I don't like time wasted. I don't want none of that because I don't want to get my feelings involved. I know me as a person. I'm going to get attached. I'm going to get my feelings involved. And then, damn, now I got another issue, another trauma. So I want to know all the information up front.
Yeah, because if wifey ain't going, we ain't going.
There you go.
Okay.
I will say that, unfortunately, the wife privilege, couples privilege, spousal privilege, it's unfortunate. It hurts a lot of people. It hurts a lot of the single parties. But it is safer for the marriage. And I say that because men are so simple. We just like, look, hey, what we eating tonight? I don't care who cooking it, right?
Right.
Okay, look, I'm horny. I don't care who on top. I don't care who here or who here. It's just, men just got needs to be met. Right. Women are a lot more intricate than that. So I do think, and I'll tell everybody this, what I've learned, you will save your marriage if you adhere to what the wife is saying in these spaces. If she not feeling it, cut that shit off. If she ain't for it, cut that shit off. At the end of the day, you never want to appear to choose anything over your spouse. I'm saying the same thing for the husband too. I'm saying it on the podcast, but that shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
And how long have you and your wife been married?
7 years.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Clap it up. Clap
it up. Did it start the way that it is now? Oh, it started that way.
So, okay, so we, as a matter of fact, we have a dating anniversary coming up. I don't know if this will be out by then, but we got a dating anniversary coming up on the 16th of August. Right?
Congratulations.
So we were dating for like maybe a month or two, and she was like, yo, hit a play before we get too serious. This is who I am. And I was like, I ain't never been judgmental. I was like, okay, so give me the parameters. What's all the numbers? Give me everything. And I was like, okay, cool. All right. Don't knock it till you try it. And here I am.
Oh, so you didn't initially start this way?
No.
Oh, that's late.
like her even more already.
Yeah, she's intense. Oh. She's an extremely intense individual.
So what we got to do to get y'all to set up the poly speed dating? With me.
Say it. We got it. Let's do it.
Did you ever fall in love with the girlfriend?
There was one that you talking about that we were dating together or separately?
That y'all were dating together.
Yeah, it happened. Both of us, we were pretty locked in. But like I said, some stuff just started happening. Stuff starts to unravel, right? So just like any other relationship, the deeper you get into the relationship, who they really are starts to come out. It doesn't matter if it's a monogamous relationship, non-monogamous relationship, whatever under that umbrella. The longer you're with somebody, the more things come out. So the longer you're with somebody, the harder the breakup is.
When it comes to you and your wife's significant other, do you ever introduce the third party to the kids, to the family, to the household?
It depends.
Christmas party?
It depends. And you had another question offline that we're going to address too. Our kids know. And I think a lot of people fall short because of that, because kids are a lot more understanding than adults. It's the adults that got the problem. Kids, they don't. All right, I got 2 moms next. I'm finna go play basketball. You see what I'm saying? Or I got 2 dads, or whatever your dynamic is. You said that you don't think any man is apt to be okay with just one sex partner for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I don't feel like and when I said that, just for the public's clarification, there is a certain level of man that I'm speaking about.
Gotcha.
Someone who has it together, who's on their stuff, who's handling their responsibility. We ain't talking about Joe Blow that's in the basement. We're not talking about him. But I don't think any man who is handling his responsibilities successfully should be confined to one sexual partner for the rest of his life. No.
Ooh, that's good. All right. So what you said 2 things. You said the man on the level should not be confined, as to say that in order to experience these things, he needs to be qualified.
Yes, there has to be a level of discipline.
Yes.
There has to be a level of success, and there has to be a level of responsibility.
Facts. So let's go ahead and dig deep right quick. Me personally, I don't think any one person can meet any other one person's on this planet's needs spiritually, physically, financially, mentally, and emotionally 100%. You finding one person to meet every single need you've ever had is impossible. With that being said, it does stream a level of motivation for one to say, well, damn, if she's going to be, this is for the men, I'm talking about the men now. If she's going to be okay with this, or if they are going to be okay with this, there's a certain stature that I need to have. Okay, that could be some motivation there. But the reality of it is, man or woman, I don't think any one person can meet all of your needs. We're still in a society where we have some traditional things that we hold on to where the man is supposed to be the protector, the provider, prophet, priest, and king of the household. Which means, okay, sir, if you are going to have more than one woman, you need, that's even in the Bible, if you read that kind of thing, you can't take from wife number one and give to wife number two. You need to have whatever's in abundance to give to them both.
Absolutely.
So, fellas, everything from spiritually, physically, financially, mentally, emotionally, you need to have that in abundance to give to these women who you're involved with.
Yes.
And
more specifically, like in my situation, finances is not any of my concern.
Okay.
As a wife, I don't worry about the finances.
Okay.
That's my husband's responsibility by choice that he's decided this. For him, he's like, I don't want you to go out there and take time away from me in this household trying to make money. Let me make the money, and you can be concerned with my well-being, the well-being of the children, the well-being of the household. And I agree. And that could fall under that traditional umbrella. Okay. Some people's traditional umbrella. And so when you're dealing with a man like that who says, well, I'm going to take full responsibility for us as a unit and as a family, yes, you got to have your money up to be able to go out here and to be able to play. Okay. You can't say, well, I'm going to take responsibility financially for you and the well-being of our household, but I'm not going to go out here and grind, but I want you to let me, I want you to let this lady come in and let me be satisfied. You don't need to be satisfied. So you need to be out there going ahead and getting a check. So what you did, you said he has a precedent in his house and you agreed. Yes.
In order for you to agree, you got to trust.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So how much work went into you being able to trust him before we even got to that point? That's the conversation we need to have before we get to the non-monogamy. Do I trust you enough spiritually, physically, financially, mentally, and emotionally to keep me right?
Amen.
To a point where, okay, I see that. That's cool.
Yeah. And then there's no concern.
Part that we need to work on.
And understanding that there's guidelines. And if I trust you enough to follow these guidelines, then the possibilities are endless. But yes, it starts with trust off the rip. That's the trust within yourself, trust within each other, before you can even start having those type of conversations.
Right. Trust is like any building. It is extremely easy to tear it down. It's going to take years to build it back up.